What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gamescast Now, episode 44, topic 2. I am Alex, and in this video, we're going to be talking about The Last of Us Part 2, continuing our E3 talk, leading into E3 2018, starting on Saturday with the first batch of conferences that we're going to be covering on the channel. We're going to have videos throughout the week, starting on Saturday, so we got a lot of very big things planned. And really, for the past month and a half, we've talked just about E3 on Gamescast Now. I've been talking about games I think are going to get announced, and all these predictions and all these things about E3. We've been doing it recently regarding PlayStation. We talked about Days Gone and Dreams, and we talked about Death Stranding yesterday. Today I want to talk about probably the biggest game, I think, personally, at E3, which is going to be The Last of Us Part 2. Just so happens to be a Sony game, but I definitely think The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be the biggest thing at E3 2018, and I think that because of what we're going to see. This is the year, guys. This is the year for gameplay for The Last of Us Part 2, and I think it's going to be super, super special. Now, I don't expect to get a release date for The Last of Us Part 2. That's not why I'm excited for The Last of Us Part 2, and that's not what I think we're going to get at the end of the day. I do ultimately believe The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out next year. I think early next summer. I think next May or next June. But we're not going to get the release date this E3. I truly, truly believe that. I think we'll get the release date for Days Gone. I think we'll get the release date for Dreams. But when it comes to games like Ghost of Tsushima, when it comes to games like The Last of Us Part 2, and when it comes to Death Stranding, I don't think we're going to get release dates for those three main games. I feel like they're all going to be, except for maybe Death Stranding, next year. Ghost of Tsushima will probably be next fall, but I don't think it's a good time to give a release date for The Last of Us Part 2. I definitely see that as a PSX thing. I definitely think at PlayStation Experience 2018, they will come out and they will say this game comes out June 15th, whatever, and I think that's when it will come out. This is E3 for seeing it. We haven't seen too much of The Last of Us Part 2, and to be honest, I think that's fine. I was talking about this recently in whatever video I was making about it and talking about it, and I think it's actually super cool what's going on with Last of Us Part 2 in that we've seen almost next to nothing. We've seen the first trailer with Ellie and Joel where Ellie is singing, and we've seen the second trailer with this mysterious woman, how she's pregnant, how she was going to basically get sacrificed, how she got saved, and how she kind of ran away. A lot of people, including myself, believing that's Ellie's mom and that baby inside her is Ellie. So we've gotten those two things. Basically, we've gotten 6 to 7 minutes of CG trailers. That's the majority, that's the extent of what we've gotten from The Last of Us Part 2. It's time we see gameplay. The game is getting there. It's probably 60-70% done at this point, and I'm sure there's actual working gameplay from the game. The question is, what are we going to see? We've seen from the first game, The Last of Us, we saw some really, really cool things at E3. We saw the whole Pittsburgh scene where they were driving in the car and then it crashes and because of the people attacking them. We saw like stealth sections with Joel, and we saw the mechanics of Ellie, how Ellie will like throw bricks at them and jump on them and stab them. We saw a lot of those small mechanics in the first gameplay trailers for The Last of Us. So I'm very, very interested for The Last of Us Part 2. Not even because of what we're going to see. I'm sure it's going to look insanely, insanely beautiful. If we thought God of War looked beautiful, wait until we see The Last of Us Part 2. I'm sure it's going to look mind-blowing. But you know, we're going to see the mechanics. We're going to see the stealth. We're going to see the weapons. We're going to see crafting, I'm sure. We're going to see a lot of things like that. And we're probably going to hear a little bit of story, some small story elements, nothing spoilerish. I don't think they're going to say a single thing about, you know, the real story of The Last of Us Part 2. So I don't think we're going to get a lot of story elements. We may not even get a CG trailer. It may just jump right into gameplay. But what I'm most interested in is what are we going to specifically see? And I guess that ties in with the story. What are we going to hear? What are we going to hear them say? But are we just going to be seeing Ellie? That's my biggest question. You know, ever since the first trailer, including here, we made a video about it, there's a strong belief that Joel is dead. It's a strong theory going around that Joel isn't actually there in that trailer. Now that, you know, that's just a theory. That's just a theory. It doesn't have to be true. But this first gameplay is going to be very, very important so we can see how this game is going to be. Neil Druckmann said what this game is about. He's talked about the love and hatred kind of aspects of The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us Part 2. So I'm interested in seeing exactly what we see, but I'm also interested in seeing is it just Ellie alone, or is Joel with her? So I want to see if Joel is in this gameplay at any point. Maybe it's a cutscene after it. Maybe it's a cutscene before it. But when the gameplay is going on, are we just playing as Ellie and it's just Ellie doing something? Now, that doesn't even guarantee one thing or the other. That doesn't guarantee Joel's dead. It doesn't guarantee Joel's not dead, even if he is there. We really don't know much about this game at all, other than Ellie is going after the Fireflies. That's pretty much the only thing we know. And so to see what this gameplay is going to be about is going to be truly, truly amazing. I'm interested to see what characters are in this gameplay. I'm interested to see how much we're going to get. I assume it's going to be rather lengthy. I'm expecting 6, 7, 8 minutes of gameplay. And to be honest, I mean, we're going to get it. And once we get this gameplay, I'm good. I mean, I'm going to be following with it. We're going to continue to watch things as they come out, any trailers, any gameplay. We're going to have a community series next year about The Last of Us Part 2. So it's not like we're going to blank out from The Last of Us. But if I was a casual fan, or if I didn't have this channel and didn't need to cover things, I think I would probably just check out after this gameplay trailer, because I want to go in and just experience this game. I want to do that with the first game. I wanted to do that with Uncharted 4. I didn't want to see gameplay. I didn't want to see all this stuff. Imagine jumping into Uncharted 4, Uncharted 3, The Last of Us 1, God of War. Imagine jumping into these games and not really knowing anything about it. That's a very special feeling that as technology advances, as social media and videos advance, we don't really get that anymore. We really get a lot of the aspects of the game before the game comes out. So with The Last of Us, I'm fine. I'm fine just seeing this gameplay, seeing how it works, seeing how beautiful it is, and then checking out. But I'm very interested to see what we get. How gory is it going to be? Did they change any of the mechanics? Is the gunplay going to be the same? Are those like optional conversations still going to be there? Are they tweaked? Because they were kind of tweaked in Uncharted 4. They definitely refined and expanded those kind of casual conversations from The Last of Us to Uncharted 4. So I'd expect that to happen again. It's still Neil Druckmann. So, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that game. What exactly are we going to get? And again, Joel or no Joel, what kind of mechanics are there? What's the setting? What's the time period? How old is Ellie? Are we playing as Ellie with just Ellie? Is nobody else around? So it's going to be very interesting. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What do you think we're going to see from The Last of Us Part 2 at this year's E3? We're going to have a video analyzing whatever we see from The Last of Us. I think that's basically a guaranteed video from us. So we're going to be having that probably next Monday, next Tuesday. So check back with the channel on that if you like The Last of Us Part 2, or if you like The Last of Us in general. But thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to continue this tomorrow and Thursday. We're going to have more topics on E3, talking about something E3 related. If you want me to talk about something specific, make sure you leave it in the comments below, and I will get to that and we'll try and talk about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next topic at Gamescast now.